show.
I talked to you yesterday.
Good. You are fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes. A great host. Show is great. Listen to his show.
Absolutely, 95.5.
One mic.
Hey, Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant, my friends. We are here tonight, a full 2-hour show of the Shelley Winter Show, 7 to 9 we go. But we're off tomorrow for Georgia basketball, so let's get it all in tonight. I want to start off with this story. This story to me, there's no other way for me to put it. It's egregious. It really is. I'm going to read to you most of the story, and then I'll tell you my thoughts around the story. But I'll start off by saying I feel, in my humble opinion, that this is egregious. Okay, the title this is from Politico. Georgia Republicans allow RNC to break party neutrality to support Burt Jones. Any move to intervene in Georgia could reshape a crowded race for an open governor's seat in premier battleground state. Okay, that's the sub-headline. Top Republicans in Georgia have quietly opened the door for the RNC to support Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones in the state's hotly contested primary for governor. The RNC normally maintains strict neutrality in party primaries to let voters, not party leaders, choose its nominee. Any move to intervene in Georgia, however, could dramatically reshape a crowded race for an open governor's seat. Georgia's 3 RNC members signed letters late last year and early this year waiving the party rules that bars the RNC from intervening in contested primaries, according to 3 people familiar with the agreement. That move allows the national party to provide financial and operating support to Jones and coordinate with him ahead of the May primary. It's unclear whether the RNC will move to support Jones in a crowded primary now that it's been cleared to do so. But it was the RNC that first reached out to the Georgia party leaders about waiving the rule, according to a person familiar with the process. A sign the national party has at least considered getting off the sidelines. The RNC did not provide a comment. Here's the quote. Josh McCoon, the chair of the Georgia Republican Party, said he signed the letter waiving the RNC's neutrality rule because Jones has Trump's endorsement. It was a no-brainer for me to sign the letter. From my perspective, I was going to remove any barriers to working with the RNC from a candidate that the president has clearly signaled as a candidate he wants to be the next governor. And I'll stop right there. I got to say, I know everybody involved. As you know, I've gone out early and said I was for Burt Jones. Josh McCoon has been on the show several times. I consider him a family friend and a brother. This is egregious. This is totally egregious. And it's egregious because we are the party. How do we go around telling the world we need election integrity and then do this? This is completely the opposite of election integrity. This is putting your hands on the scale. It's no different than screaming and yelling at the top of your lungs that the Democrats sent out absentee ballots. This is the same thing. How do you do this with a straight face? Oh, because the president endorsed Lieutenant Governor Jones? Because the president? So we're just going to listen to the president. The president says this person should be the next governor. Okay, well, that's it. No reason to go out and vote. The president says, oh, this guy's next. Oh, that's it. No reason of what are we doing? I'm serious. What are we doing? How do we say with a straight face, I'm for election integrity? But however, RNC, we're going to twist the rules. We're going to bend the rules. We're going to follow our laws and allow you to step into the race in a primary and pick a side because the president has endorsed this person. Let's do that for everybody. Clay Fuller in the 14th, you've got the president's endorsement. That's it. All other 18 candidates just go home. No need to drop your name off the ballot. No need to stay in a race. The president has spoken. That's what we're doing as a Republican Party? And you're going to at the same time tell me it's not a cult? Seriously, we're that afraid? Listen, I have my choice for a bunch of seats. I don't care who the president endorsed. He doesn't live here. I live in Georgia. I live here. I want the best people that I believe, with my one vote, to be the best candidate for a particular office. I don't care what the president says. And by the way, in one of the races, which I won't say, if one of two candidates win that race, I'm going for the Democrat. I'm telling you straight up right now on February 10th. If in this particular race, if one of the two candidates, there are three candidates in the race, if one of the two candidates win the primary, I'm going for the Democrat. Straight up. But I'm not listening to other people. I'm not listening to the president tell me who I should vote for in Georgia. Who does that? Who's really doing that? I mean, I understand endorsement. You know what I think of endorsements? If you endorse Joe Schmo for whatever office, you know what your job is? Phone banking, mailers. And get your people that voted for you to vote for the person you endorse. That's it. But you don't put your hands or fingers on a scale. I mean, this quote, it's a no-brainer for me to sign the letter. From my perspective, I was going to remove any barriers to working with RNC from a candidate that the president has clearly signaled as a candidate he wants to be the next governor. So we just going with that? You're not going to let the voters decide? And yes, this is election interference because you're using the National Republican Party to put resources. I get it after May. Hey, Burt Jones won the primary. He's the clear favorite of the voters. We need help, RNC, because the Democrats have a bunch of money that they're going to spend, and we need help. I get that. That's how it's supposed to work. But to do it in a primary? So what if you're a donor to the RNC and you like Chris Carr? Do you get your money back? What if you're a donor to the Georgia GOP and you like Brad Raffensperger? Do you get your money back? Or that money gets wrapped up in with the RNC money, and it all goes to the guy that you may not be voting for. This is egregious. How does anybody think this is okay? While at the same time screaming about election integrity. I mean, this is crazy to me. Because trust me, there are people who love Donald Trump who may not like Burt Jones for governor. I'm not one of them, but there are people out there. They may like Chris Carr. They may like Brad Raffensperger. They may be one of the 40% in early polling that were undecided. You're going to put your fingers on a scale and look me in the eye every day and tell me how you're for election integrity? This should go away immediately. This should be buried. They should say, hey, our bad, or this is all fake news. Shelley didn't know what he was talking about. Whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. But this should be fake news. It should go away. It's not right. It's not right. We are the voters. This reminds me when the GRA and different county GOP organizations wanted to have a purity test. Oh, we'll decide at the county level, as the officers of a county GOP, we'll decide who is a real Republican, who you should be allowed to vote for. I didn't like that. Nobody did. That's why it didn't ever pass. But this is nuts. This is the same thing. Leadership making the decision for the voters on who they should vote for in a primary. This should die in its tracks. This article should kill this idea. And if it doesn't, then I've got to question everything everybody says to me. I really do. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. It's the Shelley Winter Show. We will be right back.